Hi, Chris Hayes here from Hayes Physical Therapy, and today I'm going to talk to you about kneecap pain. Kneecap pain, also known as chondromalacia patella, patellofemoral pain, but basically it's pain in the front of the knee, which is called the anterior aspect of the knee. And it involves the tracking of your kneecap. So your kneecap is pretty much a free-floating bone that's connected to muscles. And so the kneecap should glide to the inside, glide to the outside without restriction. It needs to be able to glide down and also needs to be able to glide up. So when people get pain in their kneecap, usually they're getting an uneven wear and tear underneath the kneecap, oftentimes in the outermost aspect of the kneecap, especially when their knee is completely straight. And tighten up your knee for me. So sometimes that can be painful when they do that. And relax that. So one of the things that we address early on, 3 top stretches that will affect your kneecap and hopefully give you some relief. So the first one is we're going to address the IT band muscle, which is your iliotibial band. Goes from the pelvis, which is your ilia, to your tibia. And so that particular band draws the kneecap and can take it off the tracks. It could take it to the outside of the knee. So we want to actually stretch that to take away some of that pull. The second muscle that we're going to stretch today is your hamstrings here in the back, which goes from the bottom of the hip area all the way down here to the knee. If the hamstrings are tight, it's going to be driving that kneecap down into the femur further. Same is true with your calf muscles, your gastroc. So we're going to start with an IT band stretch, and let's actually do these guys in standing. There's several ways to stretch, and lying down on the table is one, but we're going to do it in standing. So Tyler, come on up and you can roll your pant leg down. So the very first thing that we're going to do, one of my favorite series is called a hip hinge hamstring stretch. So I'm going to show Tyler and then he'll perform it. So what Tyler's going to do is he's going to put his feet shoulders width apart, and actually you can do that with me, Tyler. And shoulders width apart, and then what you're going to do, a hip hinge means you're going to send your hips behind you as your torso comes down. So I'll show you first. So in this position, the hips go back and then your torso goes down so that you get yourself to be like a letter L, okay? So go ahead and try that for me. Good. And so now he's in this position, a little lower if you can from here. Perfect. So I could actually have a little lunge off Tyler's back. That's a good starting position. Right now, his hamstrings are pretty well stretched out. What I'm going to ask you to do, Tyler, is a small bend to the knees. So unlock those knees just a little bit, good, and then take them back again and drive them back. And let's do 10 of those. So right now, what he's doing is he's working the hamstrings and pushing on back, and he's feeling this dead center in his hamstrings and then also down where the hamstrings attach behind the kneecap. How's that feel for you, Tyler?
Feels good.
Try doing actually just 5 of these, and then we're going to add a little diversion to that. We're going to make it a little bit interesting. So 5 times. So making sure as he's doing this, his hips are back. Good. And now come up tall. This time, Tyler, turn your feet just a little pigeon-toed, just a teeny bit in. Same thing. Hip hinge down and go back in that same position. And then let's do again 5 more. Bent to straight. The fact that we turn those knees in a little bit is giving Tyler a little bit more of a stretch to his lateral or his outer hamstrings. You feel that, Ty?
Yes.
Good. Couple more. Good. And then perfect, straighten up. Okay, come on back up. Now let's turn the legs a little bit outward, little Charlie Chapman. Okay, he doesn't know who that is, but that's okay. Go ahead into that position again. And bend the knees to straighten. That's it. And bend and straighten. So this gets more the medial hamstrings. Okay, perfect. Good. All right, so come on back up. So there's 2 hamstrings that we just got in there. We got the straight portion, the inside and the outside. Now you're going to keep your knees straight and we're going to get those calves. So hip hinge all the way back, keep your knees straight. Back there, good. He's nice and flat for a little lunchtime here. Good. And now from this position, Tyler, you're going to alternate lifting your toes up. And you feel that in the calves?
Oh,
good.
yes.
And then down. These are great for runners also, as a nice little warm-up outside. These are also great for golfers, these type of stretches. It opens up everything. Good. And one more. Good. So this is the calf component of this same stretch. Great. And then down. Good. And then come on up tall. And lastly, we're going to catch that IT band, which is a hip to knee muscle. So in this position, Tyler, I want you to cross your right leg behind your left. And then you're going to go back into that hip hinge. So now we got a little bit more tricky situation. The leg that is in the rear is his right leg. This is where we're working this IT band. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull back into this and then just a little over. And you can start to feel that. So back and then a little over. We'll catch this. So hold on for balance. You can also do this with your legs spread wider apart. Back and over, and you'll really feel that through that area. Do you feel that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, come on up tall. So 3 simple stretches: hamstrings, calf, IT band for patellofemoral or kneecap pain.